Right, welcome on in my amazing, wise working women for the month of February 2023. This is the year for me to practice quality over quantity. And so these gatherings are one of my high quality experiences that I love to have. And I know each and every one of you are here for a reason because of the high quality of services you have to offer, but the high quality of your heart, of the work you want to do and the way you want to impact this world. With this Wise Working Women today, it's our start. And so what that means, it's the first gathering that I get to light a new candle. I make handmade candles, and one candle is designated for every single event that I run in person, my group program that I run, my Sacred Sisterhood program, my yoga sessions, my in-person retreats, any virtual experiences plus Wise Working Women. So the cool thing is your intentions are going to get the first ones infused into my new candle today. And I'm excited to see how all of us can continue, if you join us again in an event, to keep building up this amazing intention candle. Before I light my candle, I like to just pull a card to see what's our message for today. And I use a gentle affirmation deck called How to Love Yourself by Louise Hay, one of my favorite decks for events. So I'm going to pull a card. You're going to receive this card in a little quick, like 1 to 2 minute video after the gathering today. So then you can screenshot it if you want, if it's really calling to you. All right, my lovelies, let's see what is in store for us. Wise Working Women, February 2023. The intention of the collective. I need specific. All right. I rejoice in my creative energy. Fun, uplifting ideas flow through my consciousness, and I follow through on the ideas received, bringing them into manifestation. Oof. I'm going to read that again. That was like potent. I rejoice in my creative energy. Fun, uplifting ideas flow through my consciousness, and I follow through on the ideas received, bringing them into full manifestation. Well, can't get a card any better than that for our first meeting of the year. So I'm really excited to see how maybe this card will open up different things for you. Ooh, what a potent card. I love that. And with that card, I'm going to light our first candle of 2023. And so it is, my lovelies. Wonderful. So I love to get started now in a comfortable space. If you're listening in live, feel free to turn your camera off. If you want to move inward, you can have your camera on, as my video is spotlighted now. And I'm going to grab an essential oil. And the oil that I'm choosing for this part of the experience is wild orange. Wild orange really uplifts my mood, makes me feel better. Wild orange also softens my heart at the same time. It is my antidepressant oil, as I like to call it. And it's a great oil for those winter months. For me, though, with this intention of us starting the new year, I thought a citrus would be a great oil. So if you have anything that you want to grab, feel free. And oil or not, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together with our eyes softening closed. Cupping the hands over the nose if you used an oil. And then we'll all together take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Last one, my lovelies. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. So you allow your hands to lower. We're going to be allowing ourselves to be open to what our work, life, harmony looks like this month, setting an intention to that harmony. If you feel like you want to be guided a little bit more with grounding energy, place your palms down. If you feel like you need a little more inspiration, place your palms up. And first and foremost, just connect to yourself, as I call it, you in your sacred space. Breathing in, you can feel the shoulders, anything relax. You can sink a little deeper into your chair. And then as you continue to breathe, energetically feel all of the women in our virtual sacred circle. Knowing we're all here for a reason, to connect with each other and also hold the space for all of us. And as you journey to explore what your intention is, if you like to welcome in anything else, as I call it, your spiritual posse, could be God, ancestors, universe, angels, mentors, anything that helps guide you, feel free to welcome that energy in. And then just be open in your conscious mind to explore. What is my work-life harmony this month? Maybe take note of intentions you have for work, intentions you have for your life, and see how they can begin to harmonize. As you continue to breathe, you might feel sensations, emotions. In your mind's eye, you might see shapes, images, colors, circumstances. Be open and curious to their messages as you continue to breathe. Now, as you continue to breathe, if you haven't already, allow those messages to come in the form of words. If there were words that could explain your intention, what might those words be? And then as the words begin to flow through your consciousness, begin to whittle them down, if at all possible, to 1 or 2 words that could encompass your intention. And then now beginning to land on that explains your intention, and begin to breathe it in. As you breathe it in, deepen your breath. Imagine you're filling up your entire body with your intention, from toes to fingers to top of head. Your heart starts to beat with your intention. Your cells begin to buzz with your intention. And feeling that completeness, that fulfillment of your intention in your being. As you start to notice all of us collectively now buzzing with our intention, feel yourself connected back to our virtual sacred circle. And then beginning to feel yourself back in your sacred space with self. And before we find our way out, we'll take 3 deep breaths again together. If you used an oil, placing hands back to nose, taking a deep breath in, and deep breath out, breathing a little different now. Deep breath in, your intention has filled you. Deep breath out. 1 more breath before we awaken. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Out. Let it go. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Coming on back to the room. Taking as long as you need to come back. Feel free, if you have a journal or something, you want to write your intention down. As well as, we would love to hear from you in the chat box as we all come on back. You can type your name and where you're zooming in from, as well as your intention. And we'll give ourselves a couple moments for the chat and for you to reawaken. And then we'll be calling on all of you lovelies to be able to share your intention with our beautiful group. Joanna, right down the road in Orlando. Gathering, I love that. Jackie's from Delaware. She wants peace. Nancy in Davenport, Florida. We have fun connection. You all are zooming in so fast. I love it. All right. We got Jennifer coming in from LA, and it's trust. One of my favorite words, Jennifer. Maria zooming in from Northeast PA. Easy. Yes. Bethany from my hometown, Binghamton, New York. I love it. Passion. Very close to Maria, Northeastern PA, up in the cold. Krista, also up in the cold, Western New York. Your intention is alignment, healing, and love. Beautiful. And Nicole is from New Jersey with ease. We have Kim from Orlando and grounding in who you are. Ooh, I love it. Susan from Queens, New York. Visibility. Great one, Susan. Jen is in Mexico. Ooh, commitment and active surrender. And Cindy, you're in Des Moines Springs, Florida, and you're excited to bring joy and peace. Well, we're excited to get that. Thank you, Cindy. Caroline in Bay City, Michigan, direction and clarity. Sarah's from Clark Summit, PA. And you want to strengthen your building blocks. Ooh, can't wait to hear more about that. Katie from Kingston, Ontario, in service. Mindy is connecting from Costa Rica. I love it. And keep them on coming, ladies, if you aren't fully back and you haven't chatted. And I'm going to set us up now so we can share and get to know a little bit about everyone here. So I can see all your beautiful faces again. And I'm going to share a little bit about how to do this. It's quite simple. Just when I ask you, you can come off mute. If you are in a quiet space, feel free to come off mute for the entire time. I love to, when we share at the end, we can all together verbally say, and so it is, so we can get to know each other. If you're not in a place where it is quiet, feel free to throw a little reaction when our lovely ladies share their intention. You can share again where you're zooming in from and as little or as much about your intention. And we'll just go around the room so we can get to know all of your hearts. So I'm going to start with who I just see on my Zoom screen first, and that is Nancy. And before Nancy goes, I want to set you up because Nancy is not only on the panel, but Nancy is what I call my event doula. So Nancy runs an amazing success coaching business, and she also helps my events be successful. So if you have anything today that you need support with, especially in the chat box, I recommend either private messaging Nancy or my other amazing woman who's my community care coordinator. You see her right now. I think there she is. Lady Kim Possible. She's so cool. She's driving and helping at the same time, but she'll be on the computer a little bit later on. But Nancy or Kim will be able to support you today if you have any questions that you might have for our gathering. And Nancy also has a lot, I bet, to share, being the first of the month and the first of the year for Wise Working Women. So I would love to have you share a little bit about your intention, Nancy.
I would love to. So, and this one came like really fast. I started thinking about the month, the big event that I just came from, and all of the amazing people that I met and the connections and all I learned. And I've got another 4-day event coming up that I'm actually helping to run. So thinking about all that I want to do and all that is on my plate, I'm going to do. It's going to be fun. And even the stuff that has been a little uncomfortable, like elevating my social media presence, which I am creating, is going to be fun, even when it doesn't feel like fun. So it's going to be fun and connection. So connecting like really like from a heart-centered with all of the people that I'm meeting and building my connection, building my communities, and just having fun with it all and dancing with the crazy schedule and having fun with it.
I love that. Fun and connection. And so it is.
And so it is.
Maria, I think you're the only Maria. Yes, Maria T, you're next.
Hi, Tracy. Nancy, that was beautiful. Yes, I'm thinking about all of the things that are on my plate this year with business and life. And I'm seeing a lot of changes in my future, and change can be uncomfortable and change can be scary. And so my intention is to go into each and every one of them with ease. And I'm just imagining ease and grace, and allowance and receiving. So that's my intention.
And so it
And
is.
so
So
it
it
is.
Jennifer D, I see you next.
Where am I? Hi, everybody. So great to be here. I am in Los Angeles and I became a freelancer 7 months ago. And so my word is trust, because I want to make sure that I'm not chasing every shiny thing. And there are so many directions to go in. And I want to make sure that I am centered and grounded. And I think I have the answers and I know the direction I want to go in. But between LinkedIn and every other force out there, it's easy to think I should be doing X, Y, or Z instead, or a million initiatives at once instead of one, and slow and steady and stay the course. So it's a really exciting time in my life, but I think self-trust is where I'm at. So thank you.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
So it is.
Joanna, Tris, I see you next.
Yes, as my business is growing and I'm getting more clarity with my messaging and just who I want to surround myself with, my intention is gathering. I'm gathering the people I'm going to serve. I'm gathering the resources and the groups where I want to show up. And that's going to help me to scale and grow. Gather.
And so
And
it
so
is.
So
it
it is.
Diane Pratt, I see you next.
Hello, everyone. So yes, I'm taking another direction in my business. And so I have clarity on what that is. I became very clear on how I want that to be, and also want to make it fun and have fun at it. And the fun part is keeping it steady, and when there's a no, knowing there will be a yes. That's the fun part. So
Yes. And so it is, Diane.
So it is.
And so it is.
Bethany S, I see you next.
Hello, everybody. This year I made a big, this past year I made a big change. I left my full-time job to go full-time into my coaching business. So that was a big deal. And everything has been lining up really well. And I started a membership community in November. So this year, and this month specifically, I wanted to make sure that everything that has my intention is from a place of passion and connection. So that is always serving that purpose.
And so it is.
So it
So it
is.
is.
Katie, I see you next.
Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad I got to hear a few of your intentions first, because I love how they're connected. I feel like we're all really connected in what we want. And I actually got something really, really specific, which was a line that said, work in the deck. And so for me, I know exactly what that means. I've got a really exciting project that is being published soon. It's an Oracle deck. And a lot of it is done, but I'm really feeling pulled into weaving through service. So in service was the next kind of secondary message to that, and going back and really focusing my energy into weaving more service through the messaging. And for some reason, I guess there's some more things that need to connect into there. So I'm excited to dedicate some focus specifically into the deck.
And so it
And
is.
so it
So it
is.
is.
So it is.
Regina.
Hey, everybody. I am zooming in from Lake Worth, Florida, in the West Palm Beach area. And very similar to whoever said it first, which was, oh, Nancy, like it came right away to me. When you had mentioned about, manifestation, it kind of stayed in my head. And so I started seeing this green around my third eye. And all of a sudden, clearly it was like fruition. And then you were like a little deeper. And it was intuitive fruition. And so I was like, I have a bunch of projects happening right now, and they all are aligned into my coaching business. And I'm starting to see what's like kind of not kind of coming into fruition, manifesting. And I'm now looking at, thanks, Katie, we're being able to say like, you know, what is aligned, like really what is aligned for me. So I'm gonna spend some time in definitely the month of February for work and life balance with regards to really tapping into my intuition and seeing where that leads me and allowing that intuition to guide me to know and trust whoever else that trust that whatever is going to come out of that, you know, fruition will be manifested in the best interest for myself and my family.
And so it is.
So it is.
Jen P, I see you next.
Hello, can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Mhm.
So, well, the first, again, it came to me pretty quickly as well, commitment. And specifically, it was like commitment to what needs to be done. And then I had this image. It's really interesting because the house I'm in right now, about 3 years ago, I originally rented this space in order to it was like build the space for the business. And I realized it's actually, because I'm actually leaving this space in 2 weeks. And I've been processing that. And I realized it's actually the business is the foundation for the other things that are going to be built from it. So it was kind of a cool image of what I need to be rooted into. And yeah, to commit to that process.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Susan S, I see you next.
Yes, hi. Good to be back here. So my word did not come immediately. What I thought about was the words I chose last year, which are still very present for me, which are relatedness and expansion. And so I tried out different words that I knew, words that are always in my conversation. And it was like, no, not that, not that, not that. And up from the bottom of a spiral came visibility. And I said, oh no. So that's the word.
And so it is, Susan.
So it is. It's so funny when that happens, right? We get these messages and we're like, no, not that. Really? You want me to be that good? No.
Oh, thank you. Cindy H, I see you next.
Okay, so yeah, my business life took a big shift 2 years ago for a variety of reasons, COVID being part of it. But so I'm on a completely different trajectory now. And because our adult daughter had a serious traumatic health issue at the end of 2021, almost all of last year was spent kind of getting her back on her feet, recovering financially, et cetera, et cetera. So now she's back in grad school and engaged to be married, which is wonderful. So now I'm back able to focus more on my business again. Because for those of you who are moms, you know that when your kid is sick, that's all you're thinking about. But so I am, because it's a customer service business, and I feel like there's so much lacking in the departments or in the areas of joy and peace right now in the world, in my community. And I feel like that is a huge negative that needs to be dealt with, I guess, for lack of better words. And I want to bring that kind of change to my particular kind of business. My business is a craft business, I guess, for lack of better words. And I don't think customer service is really associated well with it. And I want to be somebody who's bringing something a new perspective to that business. And I think as a woman business owner, I think I can do that. I think it's a natural gift of mine to bring joy and peace. But the centering has got to be a big part of it, because if I get distracted, I'm not going to bring joy and peace. I'm going to bring chaos, and that's the opposite of what I want to bring. So I'm very excited to be a part of the gathering today and for this year, and excited to meet the rest of you ladies and go forward. It's going to be a big year, and not from any external all going to be internal. It's going to come from within. And that's kind of my track right now.
Yes, Cindy, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Caroline, I see you next.
Yes, hello everyone. My word was really direction and clarity, kind of like they go hand in hand, because I'm like, okay, what direction am I going in? And I need to get clear on that so that I'm successful in that regards. And I feel like there's a lot of different things I want to do, so I just need to focus and go in one direction.
And so it is.
So it
So
is.
it is.
Jackie M, I see you next.
I'm very happy to be here. My name is Jackie. I live in Delaware. And as you were guiding, I love how you conduct your meetings, and I get so excited for each part. So just feeling the words coming in, and several popped up, but the ultimate word was peace for me. I have every single aspect of my life right now is under massive change. Some of that is exciting, some of that is scary and exciting, and some of that is very sad and bringing up deep grief. And so I just want peace.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
Krista M, I see you next.
Hello, ladies. This is my first time on here, and I'm definitely hearing a common theme of change. You know, lots of people are changing directions or going down a new path, and I am one of those people as well. So my word, the main word that I got pretty quickly was alignment. And I do feel like I am really aligning myself with my gifts and ready to actually share with the world and provide a beautiful service to others. So this winter's been very introspective for me. I've definitely hibernated and gone within, and yeah, just feeling very much in alignment with my purpose. So yeah.
And so it is.
So it is.
Sarah E, I see you next.
Hi, ladies. It's really wonderful to be with all of you today. So thank you, Tracy, for the invitation. And I had a couple words floating around, but I had two thoughts that surfaced that kind of took over. And that first was that I put in the chat was strengthening my building blocks. And I think my first thought was, my building blocks in business, right? Because we're talking about working women, but I took a step back as the rest of you were talking to think, well, it's my building blocks as a whole, because my personal building blocks come first. And it's something that I've learned from Maria T over there is my non-negotiables, and working through my mental process of discovering my non-negotiables, and then being part of my building blocks, which then feeds into my business, because I am my business and my business is me. And that needs to align with one another. And secondarily was intentional actions, taking more or less initiating the elements of my life as opposed to reacting to things in my life, and starting to kind of flip that script a little bit more, which I have over the years dramatically. I was in quite the cycle of just reacting to everything around me. And I've since, taken more control over my life, over my intentions, and, my speech and my habits and all of that. And by changing some of those things within me, it's changed a lot of the things around me. So that's it.
And so it is.
So it
Building
is.
blocks.
It is.
Yes. Thank you. Danielle M, I see you next.
Hello. Okay, my word is devotion, and devotion as opposed to doing anything out of duty. It's sort of like me taking and distilling my own medicine of what I share with my own clients. And I find that with every level of success, with every level of, freedom and money and wealth that comes in, there is a distillation that needs to happen to create more focus around what I'm devoted to and to be in the energy of devotion versus have do's and shoulds. So I'm distilling that for myself.
Yeah, and so it is.
So it is.
I can feel it. I'm feeling like the oils, how an orange gets distilled into essential oil. I don't know, but Danielle, you're distilling into the purest, most potent essential oil that you are. I love it. Mindy, I see you next.
I'm happy to be here. It's my first time, so thank you. And it's nice meeting everyone. My word for this year, or my intention for this month at least, is connection. And that's connecting to others, to other like-minded people, but also connecting to my intuition more.
Yes, and so it is.
So it is.
Nicole K, I see you next.
Hi, I'm zooming in from New Jersey, Leonardo, New Jersey. It's like across the bay from Manhattan. And my word for this year, it's my first time here, by the way, so thank you so much for having me. And my word that has been coming up is flow, because recently in my business and in my personal life, I've been noticing a lot of good things are coming up and coming to me, finally manifesting after a lot of work. But I feel like I have to kind of control everything to make my schedule work and all these little pieces go together. So I would just like some flow and some ease is another word. And that's it.
And so it is.
So it is.
And I see Rowena is on her iPhone. We'll give you a sec if you're able to come off to share your intention.
My intention is the word heart. When you lead by your heart, you're actually it's a point where you have a passion, and it's basically teaching people, because our mind seems to confuse our heart. So when you lead by your heart, you're going towards your good life. And so I find what I do in the medical, it starts with your heart, when your heart beats. So to me, lead by your heart always, and you'll find many, many miracle things will happen.
Yes, lead by the heart. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
And we'll come full circle with my amazing community care coordinator, Lady Kim Possible. If you're able to come off, I know she's managing things because she's amazing at it. So you can set your intention, you fierce female.
I'm teleporting back, but yes. So my intention is grounding, because I know who I am, but I don't want to get lost in the hustle and bustle and what my mission is and my passion, so mine is all about grounding in who I am.
Grounding in who you are. Yes. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you.
She does
Kim.
sound like she's teleporting, doesn't she?
Yeah. And I like with the light coming kind of in like that. Oh, I love it. And I want to also just hold the space for, there are a couple women that did sign up that aren't here, as well as any wise working women in your life. If you know someone that she's not here, but you know that she has a mission, and we want to just hold the space for them. And as well as my entire Tracy's Total Wellness community, we want to just all together for a moment, just think about all of them, giving them permission to step into their intentions. And all together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
Yes, I feel filled up. Isn't it a fun way to start? Yes, I'm feeling the buzzing for sure. And so I love to create a little screenshot for all of us, and I send it to you in email so you can remember this fun moment. So if you have just the heart with your hands, if you want to give the peace sign, if you want to hold a mug, if you have your favorite crystal, if you want to just smile with your pretty pearly whites, whatever works for you, I would love for a moment to be able to get a beautiful screenshot of us. So I'm going to, here we go, 3, 2, 1. And hold on, new computer, we got it. Okay, let me check. All right, no eyes closed. Whoop, 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 whoop.
No way.
I love it. Yes. Thank you for that, ladies. And you'll receive that in one of our emails. We're going to send a couple emails out with like the recording, the connections for all the women and some fun pics. So we are looking forward to remembering who you are with our pretty screenshot with some of the amazing, powerful things you said today.